Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Modern Warfare video. Today is a very special day. I am super excited to make this video. Just a couple days ago, thanks to Modern Warzone on Twitter, make sure to follow them because this is where I got literally all of my information from. They've released audio files, code, and even video when it comes to the bunkers in Warzone. There is so much added, and that's what we're covering in this video. Before we jump into this video, if this video brings you any information that helps you out a lot, or if you enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps me more than you guys know. But anyways, so let's go ahead and jump straight into this video. Now, to update everybody, if you're not familiar on what's going on with this Easter egg, the bunker Easter egg, or it's just simply been a while and you've kind of forgotten, there are 28 telephones scattered around the map. Now, we actually have not found all these. There are 16 computers. Again, we have not found all of these. There are 6 radios that are not interactable and 12 bunkers around the map that we cannot get into. On top of that, there are 12 keypads that are linked to these bunkers and an additional 12 keypads that we have no idea where they are, or maybe they haven't been added to the game yet. But overall, all tries that we've done, no matter what we've done up to this point to get into these bunkers, have been denied. But all of that could have just changed just a couple days ago. I'm sure a lot of y'all have heard about the talk about a new red access card. This access card can only be found in legendary loot chest and is very rare. Now, this red access card is actually classified as a health item. Although this makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, maybe it could be linked to something in a hospital, or maybe inside the bunkers. If you open it with this card, something health related will be inside. We just do not know as of this point. But we've tried to test these red access cards on bunkers, and unfortunately, again, we are denied. The bunkers actually ask for codes, and an access card isn't really a code, so that didn't work. Again, we've also tried with the computers and the telephones, and once again, nothing has changed. These access cards have not changed anything. But with the new code that we found just a couple days ago, we have learned that there's going to be 2 more additional access cards being added into the game, which is going to be a green and blue access card, making it so that we have a total of 3 different access cards, which we assume is 3 different levels of security in a way. I wonder if we're going to need to use all 3 access cards at the same time. Part of your squad will, like someone at the bunker, someone at a computer, someone at a telephone. I don't know. If we look into the code some more to try and figure out what we can access, unfortunately the code says that this is unknown. Now, honestly, I don't know how coding really works. I don't know if we trigger something, if this unknown can be changed to something else, and this is just a placement so that we don't see in the code what it's used for. I don't know, maybe I can be wrong. Again, I don't know anything about coding except my one code class that I took 5 years ago. I don't remember anything from it. Or maybe when the new access cards are added, this code can change. Now, if we look closely at each one of these cards, we can see lettering on the card. Each access card says giving the key to personnel with an insufficient security clearance is strictly forbidden. Now, of course, that must mean something with the bunker. What else would be strictly forbidden that we haven't been able to get into yet? On top of that, each card said something different. The red card has a B2 or B level 1. The green is C3, C level 1. And then the blue actually has no letters. And the reason that we know this is blue is from the code. But I would assume that this would kind of follow the same path and be A level 1 or A1. Again, maybe we need to use them all at the same time. Maybe inside of the bunker, there are different levels that you get into using different access codes. Maybe the rarity of the card gets you further into the bunker? I don't know. But that is not all. There is so much more that has been added when it comes to these bunkers. Originally, there was no code that says that we're able to get in. There hasn't even been animations or audio files, any of that stuff when it comes to the bunkers. And again, this has all been changed with this recent update. Now we have animations of the bunkers opening up, which means now it is possible for the bunkers to actually open up. On top of that, there are now sound files linked to this bunker. Whether you're opening it up or getting denied, or when you're inputting numbers, there are all sound files surrounding this. Now, it very much could be possible that we're able to open it at this point in time, but we just haven't found the code yet. Maybe there's a hidden code somewhere around the map and we just haven't found it. Or again, it's still possible that we can't get in until these other 2 access cards are added. Now, like I mentioned, there is a ton of sound files. To start off, when using the keypad, at the bunker doors, there is sound files linked to the numbers that you press. So any of the numbers 0 through 9, they'll be announced in Russian. Now, a lot of this is in Russian, but this proves that the keypads are now active in at least some way or another. We just don't know how yet. Now, I'm going to read off a bunch of sound files that we have found. Unfortunately, we can't hear it, we just read it, that are linked to the bunkers and the cell phones. Again, they are all in Russian, so we had to translate them. Now, these are the translations if you put in the correct combination. Need to make a breakthrough to the north sector. North sector is clear. Understood, the squad is moving out. And north sector is clear once again. So that is 4 different sound files that correlate to something being put in correctly. Now, we also have 3 when it comes to incorrect, and this is going to be negative or no sir, and this is a military answer to some kind of request. So I would assume a request to getting into the bunker, the military will say that your access is denied. The next one is message received, stand by. And last but not least, once again, we have a negative or no sir. Those are the incorrect, and then we also have a non-code correct. Now, I'm not really sure what that means, but this states understood, the squad is moving out. Then on top of that, when it comes to the telephones, we have an additional 4 audio quotes. To all squads, the base is captured. Change the code. Then we have now, I hear you, and they are getting closer. Maybe when we hit a code over at the bunker, the telephones will receive this message, and that's when it will scream now that we have to hit something else or on the computer. Again, there's so much we don't know yet, and I guess that's part of the fun, figuring out this Easter egg. But that makes up a total of 12 different audio files that was just added into the game. Now, that is everything that we have seen really in the code, other than some additional code when it comes to juggernauts being added into the game, which kind of scares me, to be honest. Now, I wanted to jump into some speculation that a lot of people have been talking about. Like I mentioned, that there is those juggernaut suits that are being added into the game, or at least it's in the audio file. We even saw it to the intro of Warzone. Someone sitting up in a helicopter in a juggernaut suit just spraying down people. We've also seen on the website that the loot in these bunkers is way higher than any other place in the map. So maybe in a certain bunker, or in these bunkers, certain level, this might be where the juggernaut suit is located. So maybe getting into these bunkers will receive the juggernaut suits? I don't know. But there is code showing that there's audio files when it comes to you getting a juggernaut suit, your teammates getting a juggernaut suit, and the enemies getting a juggernaut suit. So more than likely, we will be seeing the juggernaut suits in some way or another, and this could be that extremely good loot in the bunkers. I could see just a juggernaut suit hanging up on the wall, and you go in and you enter it and you're just spraying down people. I'm not sure how I would like that in Warzone, but it's definitely a possibility. Now, one thing that I wanted to touch on as well is something that Mr. Derek JD mentioned. And again, I'm taking no credit for any of this. He mentioned that there is a dam in the intro of Warzone. And this has been focused on a lot in the intro, being changed from the last intro. Now, a while back, we found code when it comes to the nuke as well, and audio files when it comes to that. But he mentioned that the possibility of a nuke hitting the dam, which seems like it could be a little bit of a stretch, but I don't know if you guys have headed over to the dam and heard screaming before. On top of that, there's just always seems to be some kind of weird noise if you listen really closely. He also mentioned that in between ring changes that sometimes you can hear zombie round change noises.
Gas is moving.
Which really has no place whatsoever when it comes to Warzone. Originally, I thought it was just me hearing these noises until he brought that up, and I'm like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. So what if this could be all linked to an event of the nuke hitting the dam exploding, a zombie outbreak, and we have to head into the bunkers? There is so much that can happen. One of the guys that works at Activision did mention that they want to follow Fortnite-like events when it at least comes to map changes and all of that kind of stuff. So what if this is going to be our first Fortnite-like event? Again, a lot is unclear. Maybe we can open the bunkers now and we just don't know it yet, or maybe it's still impossible. Let me know what you guys think, and as always, I will keep you guys updated, I promise on that, and I'm very, very excited for the future. Anyways, as always, I love you guys, I appreciate you guys, and I will see y'all in the next one.